Russ Bedner, 133 Pullman Road. First off, I'd just like to commend and thank the road crew for doing a nice job along the parking lot and my driveway in, I think it was like November in the fall. Second off, I wanted to ask, I noticed Gateway was on Coleman Road surveying, and I just wanted to know what the projected date was, or if it is still on the books for the repaving of Pullman Road and the dates of that project.
First of all, Dan can address that stormwater, the project. We are 4 days ago to meet to start discussing the roads, the road program. Dan's going to, as part of his report tonight, he's going to ask us for the roads we need him to investigate for pricing. So that's on our agenda this month. But Dan, can you bring us up to date on the stormwater work?
Yeah, the Coleman Road drainage project, we're opening the bids on February 19th, looking for an award to that, possibly at the Supervisors March meeting, and then construction would probably proceed sometime in the next month or two. After that, we can work with your schedule, obviously. This wouldn't be work that would be taking down the whole road from time to time. We'd be working at different spots along the road. So we'll coordinate with you as we've done in the past on other stuff. But that's the plan for now.
Would you say possibly March meetings for award?
We're going to open up on the 19th, give the board a report so that you can talk about it before the meeting, and then we'll discuss it on the 7th, and if you want to vote on it, it'll be ready.
All right.
Dan, I talked to Bob Bedner, and he said he would advise us to stay out of there on the paving from April through June. We could come in there like the first week of July and begin to pave Coleman Road.
Okay, well, this isn't paving. This
Yeah, drainage could be worked anytime under traffic control.
Yes.
Understand?
Yeah.
So they should be able to pave up there come July.
I just didn't know if that was still scheduled to be done.
It's a priority.
Okay. Thank you.
Russ, can you talk to us? I mean,
Anybody else?
Andrea Raymer, Pep Road. I was just wondering about 29/2016, the public hearing for the Coleman Road for the tentative PRD. The fellow that was up here said that that's going to go from, is that a housing development? It's going to go from the Coleman Road to Burnside Road?
Yes.
How does that happen?
Well, the McConnell property doesn't reach Burnside Road, but they acquired or they have put a couple properties together that were in between that. So they control all the property from Burnside to McConnell. Now their proposal to go out on Burnside, it's not a done deal. That's going to be part of the traffic study and report.
That's the Burnside on the lower end that goes down to.
Right, near where the trail used to be.
Yeah.
The two fellows, Fisher and who knew Rogers and Fisher, those two fellows, they own that property below Falcon Archer, so it would come out right above where the trail used to cross, or the railroad used to cross.
Yeah.
If it's even permitted that way, there's some things in the ordinance that they might have an issue with that, trying to access that road.
I was going to say, that would be a lot of traffic.
Well, then you can bring it up at you can come to the conditional use hearing, or the PRD hearing, and make your.
Now, will residents get a letter, or will it just be in the paper?
No, it's not a zoning issue. It's a right. They're developing their property. They have the right to do it in that zoning. So it's a public hearing, and then there'll be a public vote on it. But there's no advertising requirements to notify neighbors of the subdivision.
I was just wondering, because I was thinking of the other end. And I'm thinking, how does that go? And now I see.
There is a Red Dog Road that used to go back to those oil wells. You know where they're showing the proposed access right there, but again, I don't know if that will even fly.
Yeah, because that would be tight there.
Well, you'll hear about it. I mean, you can come to the meeting because they'll be making a presentation then.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Anybody else?
Donna Click, 49 Redwood Drive. I have a few other comments, but the gentleman that was talking from Redwood Drive in Montour, I can't believe there's not an ordinance for noise during construction. I live right beside where they're expanding Ridgewood Heights. And he's right, with the wood chippers, they started at 6 o'clock in the morning and went until after dark. They're there after dark for hours, running their equipment nonstop.
Did you ever call here to notify?
No, because I figured, somebody had to have heard that, okay? And the other concern about that is, and I'm seeing, all these plans going in and everything, and I don't know if it's considered, but that area that they cleared it from end to end, tore down every tree that was on that property, every one. And I talked to Rick Bryant, and he said, well, they were all diseased. Let me tell you, they weren't all diseased. There were some tremendous trees back in there, and they're gone. They took them out, they brought the trucks, loaded up all the logs, and I guarantee you they got money for them to take them to the oil wells and use them as their roads for their trucks, because I read that that's what they're doing. So I just want you to be careful when you're approving all these developments that you're not getting the same story like where those trees are diseased, and they're going to tear out every tree. Because it's really, Cecil Township, I moved here almost 25 years ago, and it was beautiful. And I just don't want to see what happened in Cranberry and other areas happen here. Because it can happen in an instant, you won't even know it until it's done.
Chris, not to put you in the spot, a quick thought about it. Can townships regulate that? We have a regulation, if it's more than a 25% grade on a hillside, they can't disturb trees on a hillside that's steep, but I don't know that if we could stop the developer from clearing his property, but we can't stop the farmer from clearing his property. What's your take on it?
Right, you'd have to do a pretty in-depth analysis to show the immediate detrimental effect to the township to impose such a regulation, because you are imposing on people's private use of their own property. So maybe it's something we could look into, but off the top of my head, we'd have to have a very strong, and not to say a strong basis doesn't exist,
I know.
but it's something we have to look into
late for
very
that.
carefully. Yeah, and that,
Yeah.
They're all gone.
Well, I know, and like the Oakbrook plan down on Muse that was farmland or whatever it was a field. So there was not an issue there. But up where I was at, there was nothing but trees back in there, nothing but trees.
And they were lots were pretty level too. I don't know.
Yeah, well, now it's not, and I don't understand that either. They actually made lots awful when they were like prime lots up there. I don't understand, what the developers are doing. I don't know who oversees that, or you just kind of let them, once you approve it, you let them do what they want. I don't know.
Well, two things. Maybe that's another thing we could add in the system to clean up. I don't mean about the trees, but about the hours of the construction. It's supposed to be like it's 7 to 7 or something like that.
Well, I can guarantee you.
Donnie, you said you didn't call. Just a quick story. Our power was out one day,
Yeah.
2 days, 3 days. The power was
You have
out.
to call. Yeah.
I didn't call. I figured somebody else was going to call. I live at the end of the last pole on the last wire coming off of it. And I'm looking around at nights, and after the third day, after people had lights, I finally called with the transformer on my pole that had got hit or something. I didn't know.
Well, believe me, I got the West Penn Power on speed dial. I do, I'm not kidding, because we've lost power so much. So I know you have to call right away, but, okay, but if they keep that up, I will. But I mean, it was just.
It's one of those things where we don't all live there, and it's not possible for us to be in all corners of the township at all times. So if you call us and let us know, we're happy to address it. But if you don't let us know, sometimes because we don't live there, we don't know.
Sure, okay.
They
And,
sold the trees, they sold them. There was many logging trucks that came down that street every day.
Yeah.
Well, if they're trees, I mean, they had a right to sell them.
Not every tree, it was on the hill. There's no trees
I mean,
on that hill.
it's completely bare now. It looks like, and like my neighbor said, he said, it looks like a tornado. But it completely wiped everything out. I mean, it was disgusting to watch. You can do anything about it. So anyhow, the other thing,
They pissed me off.
it just was brought up about the new school and the problem going in and out of that road. Well, when you guys approved things, wasn't that like taken into consideration how they're going to get those trucks in and up out of it?
Well, actually,
And why there's a problem now?
we were concerned because the school was still gonna be open with elementary school buses. We
Yeah,
didn't really want them to use our school street. They agreed to construct a new road to stay off of our road, and then, but that state intersection up there, I guess we didn't
it just
anticipate.
didn't work that well.
Well, we're finding, they're finding that out, so I mean, they will have to address it, but it could come down to where we have to let them use school street. That's what I think.
To
The
answer your
intersection.
question, we've been talking about in and out for what, a year and a half now. I mean, this is not something that is a surprise to us. We've had meetings and discussions.
But they just started, you just let them start working?
No,
without
I mean-
having the approval, or?
No, they have the approval for the site plan, so they have the approval for the building itself, that we're still trying to work out how we're gonna get them in and out of there. It's not a new thing, and it's a continuous.
And it's not every tractor trailer, they've got a lot of tractor trailers in, some are just their configuration of what they're bringing, they just can't make that hump on that asphalt, but they've gotten a lot of tractor trailers in. Like I said, it's not like they don't get any trucks in there.
Right, okay, and I guess I can bring this up when there's the meeting for the Coleman Road issue, that plan. That Burnside Road, where it meets News Bishop, that would obviously have to be addressed, because I have to turn around, I just did that a couple weeks ago when the road was, where we had snow or whatever, and there was a truck trying to, they got an 18-wheeler trying to make that bend there, he got hung up there, I'm sure the police know about this. You gotta do something with that there. That, and I know News Bishop, that's a state road? They gotta do something with that there, because
Gateway's-
I have to turn
Gateway's
around
let
all
them
the way
address
to work.
that intersection already, so they're on notice to
They
have
know.
to address it somehow.
Okay, so that's, we're gonna have to straighten out. or
It was something that was discussed before it was even approved to be rezoned, and they
Years
are
ago,
well,
it should have been done.
they are well aware of the fact that there needs to be something addressed before they can open that plan.
Yeah, okay, well, like I said, I'll probably be back at that next meeting. And that's advertised in the Observer Reporter and
We told you the date is the 15th
the
and 17th.
15th, but I'm just, for other people that may not be aware of it.
Yeah,
It'll be in the Observer Reporter and public notice
yeah.
on the website. Okay.
All right, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.